The actual body is we don't kill, we don't steal, we don't commit sexual misconduct, we don't beat, no vulgarity of the body. And we use our bodies not for making money, not for making fun, not for adorning to increase our delusions and illusions, but we actually use our body in the service of others and to benefit others. Whether it's to teach Dharma, whether it's to discipline our body for others, whether it's to discipline ourselves or to sacrifice our self-comfort for others. Example, Mother Teresa, who uses her body just for others. Just like Mahatma Gandhi, who used his body for others nonstop by his fasts that freed so many people and inspired millions around the world. That's a bodhisattva. Like Nelson Mandela. Sitting here where we could be somewhere else is using our body for others. Why? We're getting knowledge that benefit others. So how happy we are to do that and enthusiastic shows the level of our mind at how altruistic we really are. Why? The more we want to get methods to help others, the more altruistic we are. That's a measuring stick. So making our bodies easily available for others and very happy to do so shows a level of altruism. Why? Everything else you can share, your body you can't. You only have one body. You have to be there. And then suffering disease for others. When you're sick and you're not well and you can still push yourself for others, that's a measuring stick of using your bodies for others. Why? You don't think of your body as yours. You think of something you borrowed, you use for a while, afterwards you dump. I mean, who will be ridiculous enough to paint up and redecorate, refurnish a hotel room that you rent for overnight? You know, you go in there, you redecorate, furnish, paint it up, and see you later tomorrow. Who's ridiculous? Like that, when you think of your body as something you borrow and use, you're not going to be too worried about it and playing with it and doing things with it as an end in itself, but you would use it as a vehicle to reach an end. There's a big difference on how people operate. And then if you use your body and everything else as an end in itself, you will end up in depression, unhappiness. Why? Because it tricks you. However you feed it and take care of it, it still gets fat, it still gets sick. However creams you put on it, whatever operations you go through, whatever slimming or whatever you do, it still gets fat and it still gets old. And no matter what you tell it to do, it does the opposite. And no matter how wonderful oils and whatever you put on your hair, you still lose hair. And I don't care, you can drink moisturizers and your skin will still get wrinkled. It deceives you. It makes you use up everything. And then on top of it, it makes you create pleasure for it. It makes you run around and look for sexual contact. And then all the crap that goes after that, the relationship, the people, the lies, and all that stuff, is just to please the body. So when we use the body in such a way where we're trying to find pleasure for itself alone, we end up in depression and unhappiness. I'll tell you why. Because it's deceptive. You never achieve it. So when you use your body to benefit others, you hold ethics and morals, and you use the body for others. In the highest form, teaching the Dharma, and using your body as an example of Dharma, to inspire others to come out of delusions and unhappiness. To the medium forms of using your body in social works, to physically do work, or to use your body in practice such as prostrations, or to use your body simply to be still and not create more negative actions. Imagine life after life after life of using your body like that. It will result in the Buddha body of 112 marks. What is that? 80 minor and 32 major. Some of the marks of a superhuman, of a super Buddha is that it is very tall. The limbs are very long. The fingers are very long. The limbs are very soft and very gentle, neither masculine nor feminine. The limbs and the body is very pleasant to the appearance. And it has a golden luster. And the hair turns counterclockwise in curls. It has a ushnisha. Meaning a crown protrusion here. It's not that someone bumped you there, and you got a bump. No. And some people draw the Buddha statues wrong. You need to know this. They actually draw the Buddha with hair and wrap it up in a bun. What is he? Auntie Edna? Wrong. He's bald. He's a monk. And the little bit of hair he has is just a little bit of growth because monks cannot have more than 2 finger span of hair. So he has a little bit of hair, which grows in a tuft, which looks like little curls. Like African people, they have this beautiful curly hair. When you cut it short, it's like round tufts. Buddha's hair is like that, except when he grows out, he doesn't have an afro, so it doesn't look like Lenny Kravitz. What he has, Lenny Kravitz's hair is fabulous, but Buddha doesn't have that. Buddha has curly, beautiful locks of Indian blue, black hair. Yes. And not chicken hair like Paris Buddha. Beautiful. And then he has an urn. And this is a protrusion, represent another state. To you, he may look like a UFO, but to another Buddha, it's a sign of beauty. Okay, it's not like he has a cerebral problem, the elephant man, his brain grew that way. No, it's very beautiful. So it's not a bunch of hair tied up. So when you see a Buddha statue with hair tied up, no. Tanka, no. It is a protrusion of his head. And he has beautiful long earlobes. Long and beautiful. Not because he's from Myanmar and he's wearing those earrings that pull his ear down, like those Myanmarese women. No, that's beautiful too, but that's not the point. And some Buddha statues, they even put earrings on him. No, he doesn't wear any earrings. He's not a drag queen and he's not a layperson. Okay, monks don't wear earrings. Okay, Buddha's not a drag queen or a monk or a layperson, so he doesn't wear an earring. So when you see Buddha Shakyamuni with earrings, no. You ask him to leave the jewelry home, then I put you on the altar. Okay, he has a long, beautiful swan-like neck and golden, strong, broad shoulders like a lion, thick chest. Very thick chest, all right? And thick body, but not like, Mr. Universe where it's bulging, because bulging with veins is considered not nice. Then he has a beautiful V-shaped body, but it's not V-shaped like that. It's like a Versace cut. It goes down, and then the hips, oh yeah, it's exactly like Versace cut. It goes down like that. When it gets to the hips, it's rounded and comes out, almost feminine, and it's soft and very, very beautiful. He has very beautiful legs. Some of our friends complain they have short, stocky legs and big top, whatever. Buddha has long, elegant, beautiful legs, and he walks with a gait. A gait, not a sachet. A gait, not a sachet. You get the picture, birdcage? All right. And he has beautiful, long feet that are straight and symmetrical, similar to his fingers with rays of light in between his fingers that actually look like webs, but they're not webs because he's not, a toad man. So actually you can go like that, but it's webs of light from not telling a lie. And he has gold, copper-colored nails. No, not from L'Oreal. They're natural. They're copper-colored nails, webbed with light. And on the palms of his hand and his feet have Dhammachakra wheels, imprinted. Not a tattoo from one Uttama, all right? Not a Paris, Tari, 2 Taris, I've got a Buddha mark here. No, they're real Dhammachakra wheels. They're beautiful on his feet. And when he walks, his feet never, ever touches the ground. Never. But wherever he walks, it leaves a footprint. And lustrous golden lights emanate. And when we see his body, although it's so beautiful and fabulous, for some perverts, they'll look at it and say, ooh, yum, yum. But for most people, they'll look at a Buddha body and fold their hands, and it will calm their delusions down. It'll calm the illusions down. And he has this magnificent charisma and magnificent energy that when he shows up at the party, he's the life of the party. Literally. And what does that mean? He has a natural body aura that draws people to him, that pulls people to him, that makes people look at him. Why? Transform them into the Dharma. You see, being beautiful and sexy is not enough. Being beautiful and sexy with charisma and a look that brings people's passions down eventually and brings them to enlightenment is the key to beauty. See, some people's beauty bring more delusion and unhappiness to other people. They can't have it, they commit suicide. I can't sleep with her, I want suicide. So it's not that. It's not the type of beauty that creates more delusion, because Buddha's beauty, male or female, doesn't arise from delusion. It arises from great holding of ethics for many lifetimes. So Buddha holds ethics and morality with his body for many lifetimes, controls his speech where it becomes natural, where it's used to benefit others, and his mind dwells in omniscience. Tamche Kempa means all-knowing omniscience. Completely. So his body, speech, and mind is in a state of omniscience, compassion, and the full result of elimination of karma, result of altruism. Just every act he does, even he picks his nose, it benefits some sentient beings. Literally like that. Literally. All right? And so this type of body when he practiced the practice, he practices for 3 great aeons. One great aeon consists of 60 minor aeons. One minor aeon, let me just give you a very simple whatever, because they talk in qubits and stuff in the text, and I don't understand what qubits and stuff, so I made up my own little example, which is vast enough. Think of a hole in the ground dug 1 mile long, 1 mile wide, 1 mile in breadth. Fill that up with 1 inch human hairs. I don't know meters and centimeters. 1 inch human, like you don't like inch, you transfer, whatever. 1 inch human hairs fills up that hole. Every 100 years, you open it up, take 1 hair out. So the time it takes to empty out that hole is 1 small aeon. 60 of those is 1 great aeon. And it took 3 of those great aeons for Buddha to practice what I just spoke about to become a Buddha. So when you look at a Buddha, as Lama Tsongkhapa prays, your body is a result of the accumulation of 3 aeons of countless merits. To this great wonder I praise. And therefore, when you look at a Buddha statue, it benefits you because it represents 3 aeons of body, speech, and mind practice. So if it's a Tara statue, if it's a Vajrayogini statue, if it's a Shakyamuni statue, a Tsongkhapa statue, a Mahakala statue, a Satrap statue, if it's an Amitabha statue, if it's an Avalokiteshvara statue, whatever it is 3 countless aeons of practice. And therefore, whatever you do to that statue, if you put it in a beautiful shrine, if you put gold on it, you put jewels on it, you clean it, you make offerings to it, you prostrate to it, you do prayers, you meditate in front of it, you are tapping into 3 great aeons of ethical virtue and merit of body, speech, and mind. Therefore, when you have that Buddha statue in a room, trust me, your little wrong door, wrong window, wrong color, wrong direction, Feng Shui, cleared. Because you're talking about, you want to wash a little cup, they give you an ocean worth of water to wash that out. You think your cup will be clean? Trust me, it'll be swept away, you'll never see it again on the other side of the universe. Can you imagine? Imagine using a whole ocean worth of water to wash one little cup. That's what you're doing when you put a Buddha statue in a room to clear out Feng Shui. So you know what? You don't need to change no windows. You don't need to change no colors. You don't need to change your furniture. Just put a Buddha statue there and say, do your job. And then if your place has something spiritually off, things that go bump in the night, things that are attracted to frangipani flowers, and they're there, things that fly with heads and just intestines hanging, things that when you walk down the stairs you feel someone went, or when you sleep you feel someone going, oh. In Kandarohi's case it'd be like more, but most of us be like, no thanks. So if we put a protective Buddha who manifested out of compassion in a fierce form, those spiritual beings become spiritual and leave you alone. All right? So when we offer gold on the Buddha, we're offering gold to 3 aeons of merit. And you know what happens? You collect the virtues and the imprints to achieve the same thing. And hence we put ornaments on Buddhas. Hence Buddha statues are incredible blessings. And therefore, the bigger the statue, the better. The bigger, the better. The more mantras inside, the better. The more jewels, the better. Why? If we adorn ourselves with jewels, it's like putting jewels on a corpse. Just put it underground. What's the difference? If we put it on a Buddha, we're putting on what it represents. So raising funds for Buddha statues or paying for Buddha statues or buying or having them is tremendous benefit. Tremendous. And that's visual. Visual. All right? That's visual. And then when we prostrate to a Buddha statue or we make offerings, what are we making offerings to? Some stone or some clay or a copper gold-plated image? No. to a Buddha. And hence, in Buddhist practice, we make Buddha images all over the world, huge and big ones, because what they represent and the benefit they bring. So every time each one of us clowns sees that, whether we recognize that or not, he plants the seeds of enlightenment in our mind, because his whole body is the result of virtuous practice of 3 aeons. You guys understand that? Just think about the impact of that. So, and each Buddha is very compassionate, because for each of our delusions and illusions and problems and difficulties, he manifests and shows himself in different forms, in different colors, in different mudras, in different stances, in different hand implements to counter a specific problem that we have. Specific. So that's why if our particular yidam is someone like Lama Tsongkhapa, oh, the impact is great. To have a big image of him, to have him there to bless and clear the environment, to make offerings, to even earn our salary to put towards something holy like that. What are you developing? You're creating the causes for you to become that Buddha image, to be that Buddha body. Incredible. Incredible. And then, that is in physical form. That is in physical form.